Hello again, this is Sean from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center here in Toronto, Canada. And we've got two very different lies in the bunker here, and I wanted to show you up close what we're talking about, as far as a buried lie and a ball that's sitting properly in a standard sand shot. So let's have a look here, first of all, at the standard sand shot. And I just wanted to show you how you should open the club face when you get to that golf ball. So you turn the club about 45 degrees. So you notice it would look like I can hold a bottle of water right there on the face of my club. And then what I need to do, keeping the ball forward of center, okay, is open my stance just a tad, keeping my ball forward of center. Right now the club head's in the center of my stance and the ball is just forward of center. So this is what it should look like at address. And what allows, if you look at how the club hits the sand, it's basically pushing sand forward with the sole of the golf club. So this prevents the club from digging. Now since you're hitting the sand first, about an inch behind the ball, there will be no contact between the golf ball and the club. Okay, so the golf ball will always go along the path of the swing. So don't worry if you see the club face opened up this much, it will not go to the right. Okay, so just allow the club to swing along its intended line. We should be just a hair left of target, just in case. And if it moves to the right, it'll move barely, maybe a couple of feet. So now let's go to the other lie. And you can see how if I keep the club face open and the club stays at the surface of the sand without digging, it will not catch the ball properly. So do not open your club face in this situation. Neither should you play it square, because when you play it square, what happens is the club catches too much sand, there's too much resistance, and the club can't get through the sand. So what's the alternative? Well, here, not too many people know about this until now. Here's one of the greatest secrets ever kept. So you're going to close the club face about 30 to 45 degrees. Yes, you are not seeing a mistake here. So what happens is now the club parts the sand, very much like, us Canadians up here, we see snow plows. So much like a snow plow, right? Or a bulldozer, or one of those graders that even out the roads. So that's how it should look. And notice how it digs a nice narrow trench. So it's actually digging itself into the sand, parting the sand to the side. And once again, because there's sand that gets between the club face and the ball, I'll demonstrate to you what each one of these looks like. All right. So, standard sand shot. Ball on the surface of the sand. All I'm trying to do with my open club face, using the sole of the golf club, I am trying to skip the sand onto the green where I want the ball to land. So let me show you a practice swing, even though this is not what you never want to ground your club before you hit the shot, but just as a demo. Toss the sand on the green where you want to land the ball, and I'm using momentum to do this. There we go. So the golf ball is just a big grain of sand. Do not focus on the ball, always focus on where you want to skip the divot of sand. So I got my eyes about an inch behind the ball, and I'm focused one more time on where I want to toss the sand, which is about 10 feet short of this flagstick. So I landed about 3 feet short of the flagstick, and it just skidded by because we got the dew this morning. But I'm basically left with a 4-footer, which isn't bad. I'm still uphill. Now, when the ball is in the sand, and I'm closing the club face at 30 to 45 degrees, I want to land the sand a lot more in the front of the green, because this ball's going to roll out quite a bit. Use your lob wedge, a 60 degree, the highest lofted wedge, because we're delofting the club quite a bit. But you'll notice as I toss the sand on the green, watch how much less effort I use. See how that sand explodes out there? You'll see it from the side here. It really explodes the sand forward. It digs itself a nice channel through the sand effortlessly. So you really don't have to hit this ball hard. I want to land this ball just over the fringe and let the ball roll to the hole. So here we go. because of the dew, it didn't roll out too well. But you notice I didn't have to use a lot of effort to get that ball out. Okay? So with a little bit of practice, you'll see how much roll that you're gonna use on that. The sand is a little wet this morning, so you're just looking for tossing the sand on the green with the face of the club when the ball is in the sand or buried in the sand, and you want to toss the sand with the sole of the club. Nice skipping action when the ball is on the sand surface. So I hope that really helped.